One Piece is full of the most fantastical theories and theorists in the world. It's unlike any other show around. Like, it has entire channels that are just dedicated to figuring out just what Oda Sensei is cooking up in the shadows. And while some channels like JB, Preach, Brago, and many more are incredible at this, there have been some, let's just say, not so accurate theories made in the past by other fans of the series, such as the widely known theory about Crocodile being Luffy's mother, which you don't need me to tell you is one of the most ridiculous theories ever made. But what are some of the other One Piece theories that never came true or were completely insane to begin with? Well, over the last 7 days, I've researched the depths of the One Piece community and found some of the most ridiculous theories around, many you may not have even heard of before this video. So without wasting any more of your time, let's dive into the depths of your brains and see what you've all come up with in the One Piece theory world. First up, did you know there's actually an incredibly weird theory about Zoro's childhood rival KUINA, and the fact that she isn't actually dead? This theory claims that she is actually still alive and is none other than MIHAWK himself. I know, what the fuck, but it's true. Someone out there believes KUINA either found a devil fruit and became a man, or had Eva turn her into one when the Revolutionary Army showed up many years ago. Now this really does make sense if you leave all logic out the window and forget that the young MIHAWK was actually seen at the execution of the Pirate King Roger. Now some of you may think this is the weirdest theory around, but it's actually not even the weirdest theory that involves KUINA. Because there's actually another theory that claims KUINA didn't just die by falling down some stairs, but in fact was killed by PICA, who was using his devil fruit power to make it happen. They claim that PICA became down these stairs and killed KUINA. Why he would do this is unknown, and how he came to be at the dojo is also unknown. Maybe he just foresaw her as a great threat to his future plans and had to stop her there and then. Or maybe the creator of this was just high as a kite when thinking it up. Who knows? But moving on, we have a theory that claims that not only was Roger a massive troll, but also so was the former strongest man in the world, Whitebeard. This theory claims that at the end of this very long and amazing story, we will find no treasure. In fact, the One Piece is nothing more than the memories and friends that we met along the way. And let me just say, if this is actually true, then Oda will have some riots on his hands that he will not be able to handle. And I will for sure be one of the ones leading the way. Because if I've spent this much time reading weekly chapters for nothing to happen at the end, well, that would just be unforgivable. Up next, did you know someone actually thinks Dragon, Blackbeard, and Shanks are blood-related half-brothers, with Sebek as their real dad? But wait, trust me, there's more. They also claim that Shanks had planned to give the Nika fruit to Luffy all along, and Blackbeard was only able to achieve his Yonko position because of the efforts made by Shanks in the shadows. And Dragon, well, he may have done something, but most likely even in this guy's fantasy world, Dragon still didn't do anything. And honestly, this theory is so stupid it's not even worth dissecting, so I'm just going to leave it here and move on to the next. Now we have a theory that claims the great power of One Piece, Imu-sama, is none other than Oda himself. I know, I thought the same thing. What the actual fuck are some of these fans thinking with half of this shit? But trust me, there's actually facts that can prove this. Because Oda Sensei was born under the star sign Capricorn, a sea goat, in the year of the rabbit. And as we know, Oda is a big believer in astrology, given the fact that he has included a goat and a rabbit within his story. Oh wait, there's more. Because in some parts of France, people believe in the deity Baphomet, who is a goat-man hybrid. Baphomet is seen with this symbol, and apparently this symbol has appeared in One Piece not once, not twice, but 3 whole times. Here, here, and here. But that's not all, because as we know, Imu backwards is sea. Meaning because she controls the sea and Oda controls the world of One Piece, they must be the same person, right? Oda Sensei is in One Piece, and is the half-goat-man hybrid. Like, if you don't see the connection that can be made here, then you must not be reading Two Piece, because this guy certainly is. But jokes aside, let's just leave the writing of One Piece to Oda Sensei in the future, please. Thank you. Moving on, we have one of the most insane theories that makes absolutely no sense to anyone with a brain. Like, this one claims that Zoro has already achieved his dream of becoming the world's greatest swordsman. The theory claims that when he met up with MIHAWK during the time skip, he not only received training from him, but instantly learned everything he knew and used it to defeat him. Meaning he is already the world's greatest swordsman, and is just keeping it a secret to save MIHAWK from the embarrassment. Zoro is truly one of a kind, a legend many would say. He needs no glory, only the respect of the boys. I love it. Moving on, did you know that Nami is a celestial dragon? And one that stems from the same family as the great Imu-sama? No? I didn't either, but this theory claims that it has actually been hinted throughout the entire story of One Piece by Oda Sensei himself, and you just missed it. You see, the theory claims that they are both queens of the sea, with names that translate to sea and wave. But that's not all, as the theory goes on to say that Imu's family name, Norana, is based on the city Verona, which is a city that is most notably known for its flowing seas and rivers. A city that also shares a flag that is nearly identical to the Swedish flag, which is also the place of Nami's nationality, if she was born in real life, according to Oda Sensei. So you see, the connection can easily be made between the family Norona and the Swedish heritage of Nami. At least if you're someone who's reading two-pieced, and or if you're someone who's lacking in the brain department. Up next, we have a theory that is honestly one of my personal favorites. Not because it's any good, no, because it's so bad it's funny. It's a theory that claims that despite all that Zoro has gone through for the sake of his crew and friends, he's actually secretly only doing it because he's planning to collect the biggest bounty ever at the end of the story. You see, the theory goes like this. Zoro never actually gave up his bounty hunter ways. You see, he's just so gifted at future sight that he could tell that Luffy was him. He knew that Luffy would be the one to become the Pirate King and gain the highest bounty ever recorded. He was able to predict this all the way back when they first met. He then decided to join him just so he could kill him many years later when he finally gains that bounty. Like, don't you see? He's been playing the long game all along. And in one of these chapters, the truth will be revealed when he stabs Luffy in the back. He will become the world's best bounty hunter when he captures the Pirate King Nika. You see what I mean when I say it's so stupid, it's actually amazing? But now let's go deeper and discuss a theory so weird I debated whether or not to even include it in this video. It's a theory that claims Luffy is already a dad. Apparently he impregnated someone before he ever set sail. That person was Makino. Allow me to explain. You see, this theory states that Makino has a 2-year-old baby, and that she herself is also the same age as Boa Hancock, who is believed to be Luffy's future wife. So given that Makino fits Luffy's desired type and had a lot of time alone with him when he was growing up, it's only logical that they eventually bumped their baby makers together and, well, had a baby. Which is the baby that we seen her holding in this image. Like, do you see what I mean? Weird as fuck, but hey, it's been made, so let's include it in this video. Now, did you know that Zoro isn't actually missing his left eye? Let me explain. You see, there's a prominent number of theories that claim Zoro is 1. Keeping his left eye closed because he's keeping it away from the sun so as to make it stronger in the dark when he opens it. But that's not all there is to say about this mysterious eye, because some also believe that his left eye is housing the Asura Demon's power, a dark power that allows him to handle the cursed swords. Some also believe that it was MIHAWK who was the one that advised him to shut his eye in the first place so as to focus on pure swordsmanship. They also claim that he will not open it until the day that he faces his former master MIHAWK in battle. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think there's much to actually be said about his eye. I think Oda just thought it would look cool, so he drew him like that. Now moving on, did you know that Luffy's Gear 5 Awakening isn't actually the strongest Devil Fruit Awakening in One Piece? This is due to his crewmate Brook, who is actually the one who possesses the strongest Devil Fruit Awakening in the series. An awakening that will bring the dead back to life. You see, his Devil Fruit, the Yomi Yomi no Mi, grants him the power to return from the dead. The power to return his soul to his body. So when thinking up how his Devil Fruit Awakening may actually work, this guy came up with a theory that claims when he is pushed to his awakening in the final war, his awakening will return all his allies from the dead and bring them back to life. This awakening will be only able to work once, but his timing will be impeccable and may even result in Luffy returning from the dead in his fight versus Emu. Now I don't know about you, but this is sounding an awful lot like what happened in Fairy Tail, when Ultier used her power to rewind time 1 whole second and saved everyone she knew from death. Now I'm not saying this theory is impossible, just that Oda would have to be an absolute dickhead if he actually did this, because this is the final war, where characters are supposed to die. Now I know Oda doesn't actually like to kill off his characters, just look at Pell. But it's the final war, just let them die. They deserve to die in the final war. I just don't know. I hope it doesn't happen, but it may actually happen. But now that's gonna do it for this video on some of the most ridiculous One Piece theories ever made. Do you know any more? Tell me down below. But with that, that's gonna do it for me in this video. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day. Peace.